Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at Demon King Piccolo, 14 stars on Regen. Now this specific setup for Regen, there's really two ways you can go ahead and build the Regen team. There's a decently offensive way you can build a team with your main blue unit being Kid Buu. You can use Android 21, the Zenkai one, you can use the green Android 21. There's a lot of different units you could use for the offensive version of this team, and I think the yellow Demon King Piccolo probably does fit the main offensive lineup of this team. But what we're going with here is more of a defensive style team where we have purple 21 on the bench. We have Fat Buu there as like the main defensive unit that's able to tank everything. And to be honest, we have a pretty decent equip setup for defense on not only Buu, but also the other units here as well. So the purple Demon King Piccolo and the yellow one both have some pretty decent equips that are good for both offense and defense. And I think this setup specifically is going to work better in the top ranks of PvP. Again, I was top 100 when I recorded this. Again, this is a video that I recorded a day or two ago, so the fights aren't super clear in my head still. I have to probably go through and watch them one time. But this team's going to be pretty damn good, to be honest. If we guess a rush with Buu, there's very little the enemy can do unless they have like purple Super Saiyan 3 Zenkai on their team to specifically deal with Buu. Because Buu can just heal up, he's just healing so much. I gave him, we can take a look at the equips here, I gave him pretty much purely defensive equips here. HP, Strike and Blast defense, and then I gave the purple Demon King Piccolo just a bunch of blast stuff, and then this one's pretty defensive, it has both defenses on it. This one is pretty defensive, it has, well, not pretty defensive, it's a little bit defensive, it has a strike defense on it. And this one is mostly offensive with blast attack, special move, and key recovery. The special move for this purple Demon King Piccolo is one of his best assets when he transforms because it does do AoE damage. The yellow Demon King Piccolo, this is a very powerful equip for him because it lets him do over 5% to pure strike per tag regen member. So in addition to that, he also gets double defenses there, which is nice. This equip gives him more special move damage, blast defense, and strike attack. And then this one at the end is really nice because against Saiyans, he does 26% pure strike damage for the first 40 counts, which is really powerful. And then some extra strike defense. So yeah, it's a very defensive team. I think all three members of this team have, well, the three main characters all have 3 million health. So it's going to be very difficult to take them out with a normal setup for the opponent. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and jump in, and this is the same style of video that I did with the Sun Family video, where it's post-recorded, and the videos have already been rendered and stuff, so I'm going to be doing commentary along with you guys as I watch the fights. So let's go ahead and jump into match number 1. Alright, so we are going up against Rival Universe for our first match of the video, and I did see some feedback regarding this style of recording. I took a look at some of the comments on the Sun Family video. A lot of people were saying that I was talking too fast, so I will try and slow that down a little bit here. I just did that because I wanted to make sure I got all the information in, and obviously I'm restrained by how long these fights are, so I want to make sure that I'm getting all the plays in and explaining why I'm doing certain things, but I will slow down here. Alright, so he starts off with Jiren. He has blast armor, so I'm expecting him to go for a strike attack there, but he actually does not. He goes for his strike there. I thought he would go a little bit more delayed than that, but he gets me off guard, which is fine. I go into Buu here. He does not have any purples on his team, so I feel pretty comfortable in doing that. I know he has no vanish because he just vanished earlier, so I just go for the strike there, thinking he might go for a strike to counter my blast. That's why I think a strike is probably better to go for there. So Buu's doing some pretty good damage versus Jiren. Go into purple Demon King Piccolo to sort of do some more damage because he's purple. Pop that for some extra key, increase sub count on Jiren, and now we just play the waiting game until we can transform with this Demon King Piccolo. Once this guy transforms, he becomes like ridiculous. Alright, so we're going to match up against Hit here with a Dokabaki, or I guess a Clash. We get him with the 991 there. And I think we go to Demon King Piccolo, yeah, the yellow one, we continue the combo. We almost have a Rising Rush. I'm really hoping we can draw a card with a Dragon Ball on it so I don't have to pop my main. Unfortunately, we do not. Don't remember if I pop my main here or not. I think I don't. Yeah, I do the Dragon Ball there. Fortunately, he gets a perfect on me with Topo. I feel pretty comfortable going into Buu here. Locks him in, steals the strike cards, and he's blue, so pretty safe here. Let's see. Alright, so he's probably gonna just tap me here. He goes into Jiren, so I pop that. I think I pop my main here too, just to see if he's sidestepping. I think I go for taps. Yeah, I do. So we clash there. Go for that. and he likes to wait a very long time. Unfortunately, I don't double sidestep, so I get him off guard there. Now we can go ahead and transform with Demon King Piccolo, and once this happens, it becomes very, very difficult to keep up with him. So he goes in to hit, sacks him off. Getting buffs, by the way, every single time my enemy changes characters here. Unfortunately, I don't think I meant to do that tap attack. I think I actually misclicked there. So he gets me off guard with that. Goes into Topo. I think he actually goes for the ult here, which is pretty much a non-factor to me here. But also, we don't really have any red units for him to abuse the lock on that. So there really isn't a really good time for him to use that ult either way. So this is fine. Take the hit. And I think, yeah, I try and get him with that, and then I just rush him. So keep in mind, Topo does have endurance, so this is going to pop his endurance, but it won't kill, obviously, because he'll have the second life bar. I just wanted to get that out of the way because it's very annoying to deal with. So that's his first life bar down, and I think we still have our main ability up. Yeah, we do. Pop that. I think I just go for the matching blast there. Make him go up to me, go for taps. It's going to buff him up, but I'd rather just make some space there. Go for that, back up. I think I go for it. Yeah, that. I'm surprised I didn't use the green card there. I think I probably should have, but oh well. Jiren comes in. I think I'll pop the green. Go for a tackle? No, I don't. Now let's see what happens. Okay, so we go for a clash. If we win this, it's pretty much game over. Yeah, 994 is pretty good. So that's pretty much a wrap here. This yellow Demon King Piccolo just does so much damage, so we're going to wrap that one up and jump into the next one. Okay, we're going up against a future team. This looks like a pretty good team. I expect him to lead with purple Vegeta, which is why I'm leading with yellow Demon King Piccolo. If he wants to lead with Goku Black, and I think he would have led with Goku Black, I probably would have started off with the purple Demon King Piccolo. Before he transforms, that purple Demon King Piccolo obviously isn't great, but if you know for sure your opponent is going to start with a green unit, but like Kefla or something like that, then it's pretty safe to put him in a leading position. But here we go. He actually leads with Cell. Maybe he anticipated I was going to lead with Demon King Piccolo. He actually didn't even bring that purple Vegeta, which is a little bit weird. I think most of the time people do bring him, but this is a pretty good setup, obviously, too. He has feature go on over the purple Vegeta, which is fine. I'm just hitting him with this Piccolo because I wanted to see if we can draw some more cards for more Dragon Balls. I think the main thing with this team is you want to try and abuse Rising Rush as much as you can, even though it sounds obviously not that exciting. It's pretty much the goal of what this team is, just abusing Rising Rush. So we're going to have to take this hit here. Actually, we actually back up in time nice. We get him with the tackle. I think he overextended with those taps. And now we can go back into the Demon King Piccolo. I think we go for the main. I don't actually know why I did that. I think that was a misplay. I don't think I should have popped the main there. Goes into Cell. I probably should have tackled instead of just going for the strike, but it ended up working out for us. I think we got pretty lucky on there. I don't think I would have done that again looking back at it. Just for that, I should have been able to dodge that with a strike, countered it with a strike attack, but it's fine because we ended up getting the perfect with this Demon King Piccolo. We can also transform at this point because of the Dragon Balls, so we're going to go ahead and pop that there. 2 green cards, by the way, is really nice for this Demon King Piccolo. His green card, once he transforms, is crazy good. I also do have the blue card in my hand, which is, again, going to be doing AoE damage to his whole team. So I want to try to draw a strike card. We do. Because of that reason right there. Unfortunately, he makes me discard my blue card, which sucks because I would have liked to obviously keep that. I go into DKP and go for the rush here because remember, Yellow Demon King Piccolo does nullify endurance. So if we can actually get this rush through, this Gohan is dead. And keep in mind how long this combo has been going on for. The purple Demon King Piccolo hit him with like 2 cards, transformed, got a full hand, popped some green cards, went into Yellow Demon King Piccolo, got the rush, and killed his Gohan. That was like a 20-second long combo or something like that. So we get him with this blue card right here. I'm actually surprised that he lived that, but it is fine either way. I think we can kill him with taps from Boo. So I go into Boo here. Hopefully I can. I go for. Honestly, looking back at this, I probably would have went up to him and just tapped him. If I went for slower taps than that, he would have died from the poison. But I got lucky there, and he went for a red or a blue card. So he goes into Goku Black. I think I popped my main here with purple Demon King Piccolo, seeing if he goes for a tackle potentially. And I don't know what that is. I can't tell. It's a blast. To be safe, I just dodged it because I don't know. If I went for a tackle, he would have just caught me with that. So we're getting beat up here. If he goes for the rush, which it looks like he will be, I will just sack off Yellow Demon King Piccolo. And I actually do want this Yellow Demon King Piccolo to die so that I can just come in with purple and kill him in one combo. I actually do not want this guy to live, but unfortunately I guess it, which is actually bad. Because now I have to wait 9 counts before I can bring purple Demon King Piccolo back into the match. So I would actually have preferred to lose that Rising Rush. But honestly, at this point, it doesn't really matter that much. This Demon King Piccolo can do a lot of damage to Goku Black. I don't think we can one combo him here all the way, but we can come in with the purple one and he can get the job done. So we'll get this one wrapped up and move on to our third fight. Alright, so third match we're going up against another future team. Again, I lead off with the yellow Demon King Piccolo because I think he'll probably, well, most likely lead off with his Vegeta. There's also a small chance he does bring Zamasu, although I don't think is a very big chance of that. I expect him to bring the purple, or the Zenkai Trunks, the purple Vegeta, and the green Goku Black. But obviously Cell and yellow Future Gohan are also completely viable options here. So now with how many options Future has, it's pretty difficult to read who they're going to be bringing every single time because everyone has different play styles and whatnot. So we shall see what he decides to bring here. He leads off with a red Cell again. Pretty annoying, but that's fine. Goes for that. Unfortunately, he catches me before I'm able to even do anything. I just had that card queued up, and I go for another one, and the same exact thing happens. That is just purely bad luck right there. There's nothing I could really do about that. He just catches me with those two blue cards. Perfect timing, and he catches me off guard there. So I'm off to a horrible start here. But I don't know if there's anything I really could have changed about the way I played that. I think it was just pretty unlucky. And then it looks like this guy was Korean, so there's a little bit of lag here. Obviously, it's, you know, not horrible lag, but it's not perfectly smooth. So he goes into Gohan here. I know I have some ability to tank these with Fat Boo, so I'm not super worried about him Rising Rushing me or anything like that because it's not very likely he has a Rising Rush super early like this. Goes into Cell and pops his main. I don't know if I would have popped my main there. It's a little premature for that, but that's fine. Goes for the green card again. At this point, he's popped a lot of cards, and he actually is able to rush me. I think at this point, because he has no purples, I feel more comfortable giving up this yellow Demon King Piccolo, and I think at the end of the day, it's going to come down to how good the purple one performs in this match, as well as how much Boo is able to influence what happens here. So that's why I made the decision to sack off the yellow Demon King Piccolo. I was actually really unsure if this was the right choice at the time, but I think now it makes more sense. So I go up to him with this purple Demon King Piccolo, start hitting with strike cards, because obviously with Blast, he can go into Future Gohan. Go for the transformation, and then very fortunately for me, I draw a lot of strikes, so I'm not going to be getting the cover change by Gohan into a bad position here. So we'll just keep hitting him a bunch of times. Hopefully he just stays in, lets me kill his first life bar. He doesn't, and I actually do get the Rising Rush with this guy, and we can actually chain this into Fat Boo, which is probably going to end up doing more damage, because obviously he's yellow versus my purple Demon King Piccolo. Obviously, I would much rather have liked to Rising Rush either his Goku Black or his transformed Cell, because this guy's going to have his second health bar due to his endurance, but it is what it is. So, going to get him crippled here. He's going to have one health bar left, and hopefully we can capitalize on Demon King Piccolo's transformation here in a second. Unfortunately, he has 7 counts left before he can come back, so I'm going to have to do some stalling here. He does get baited out by the Tap Blast. I try to go for one tap to see if he'll fall for that strike card, but he does end up dodging it. But now he doesn't have any Vanish with his green Rose, so I can go into the purple Piccolo, and we'll see what happens from there. I think he'll probably switch into his red Cell here if I do this, which is not great, but it's fine. So there he goes into Cell, and at this point I'm not in a very good position whatsoever. Go for the main ability. He goes for a blue card, I can see that, so I'm going to dodge right away and go for this immediately. Unfortunately, he dodges, and again, we're in a bad spot here, so I'm thinking to myself, this is probably a loss at this point. I go into Boo, pop my main, because he dropped combo there, and I think I go for a dodge. I don't. He goes for taps, okay. Goes for the blast card there. I back up in time. He doesn't overextend that time, but he actually gets me with the ult. This all comes down to me building my Boo with the best equips defensively that I can, as well as my setup that gives me the most defense. Look how much that ult did. It almost did nothing, and then I heal it all the way back up. So Boo is carrying this match, and this is a deciding play of this entire match. Demon King Piccolo just one-shots his entire team. Literally his entire team got decimated by that blue card. That was the sort of swing play of this entire match, is that right there. One-shotting his Rose, and then pretty much just decimating his entire bench. So Demon King Piccolo really showing out in this match, but up until this point I was really getting pretty worked here, but was able to clutch it out in the end. And the fact that Future Gohan has to come in there, he probably was banking on me using a blast, but I actually misclicked that strike there. I wanted to use the green card, but it is what it is. Boo's going to come in. He might have a second rush at this point, so I'm trying to keep that in mind as well. I think if I want somebody to take the rush, it's going to have to be Boo. He also might have the main ability ready here. He does. So Boo is actually dead. And at this point, I'm thinking I have to come in with a tackle to try and bait out his rush so that I can avoid it, right? That's what I'm thinking here. So I'm thinking about whether I want to tackle or not. I think I end up not doing it in time. And if I would have dodged the start there, I definitely would have dodged him and just won right away. But he goes for the rush, and I picked green because this Cell hasn't used a single green card the entire match. And I'm pretty confident that's what we're looking at here. So I end up guessing it, but it's not even close to over yet because he can still just tap me in one hit and win. So he waits way too long, and we end up pulling this one out. This was a very seesaw-like match here, and a lot of instances where I got lucky and unlucky at the same time. The beginning of that match was very unlucky, but let's go ahead and jump into the next one. We're actually fighting a Bardock team, so shout out to this guy for running a Bardock team. It's not something you see that often anymore, but I like when I see teams like this because it actually makes it feel like the meta isn't just future, Sun Family all day. So we're going to jump into this match right here. This guy actually does play extremely well, and based off his ranking as well as how many good games and stuff he has, I'm pretty sure this guy's fairly good. So going to be on my A game in this match. He goes for taps. So he looks like he likes to go for taps a lot of times, so I'm going to keep my eye on that and try and back up when I need to. I'll let this guy take a little bit of damage in the beginning just because I know he can heal up when he transforms, so I don't really mind him taking a little bit of damage at the start. I figure he likes to wait, so I go for some blasts right away there. Go into him, reload my hand, and at this point I'm just building up Dragon Balls. So I'm going to inflict the poison here because remember, this Yellow Demon King Piccolo does get stronger every time you attack an enemy that's poisoned. So I want to build that damage up as soon as I can as well. And now we're just going to wait. These EXs, so Shugesh and Borgos, obviously they're not going to be doing super damage, but the biggest threat that I have to me right now is I know that I'm definitely going to take them out right first. He's not going to let Bardock get taken down by any means before these guys get taken out. So once I take them out, I have to be sure to save my rush for Bardock because as a last man standing unit, especially when you're pairing him up alongside other team Bardock members when they have death buffs like this, it's going to make Bardock a very, very formidable fighter. So I'm going to keep my eye on that for now. I'm going to sort of play it safe against this Bardock. Unfortunately, I have no blast cards in my hand, so I have to go for the tackle. And then I think I go into you, yep, and then I use my green card, and then I can chain into the red, and then I get my full Dragon Balls. I think I just extend this combo into a transformation. Yeah, I do. It's important to get this guy transformed as soon as possible because then once you come in for the second time, you have all those buffs available to you with the main ability and whatnot. So just going to combo him. He switches into Shugesh, which is fine. I think I go out here. Yeah, I do. Again, inflicting the poison, making sure that I'm getting the buffs from that. And this is a very, very long combo. Keep in mind, this started with the untransformed Demon King Piccolo, so this is going on forever. Alright, nice drift by him. And then I know he's going to go for taps there, so I back up. Go for that main ability there, hit him with the strike, and I now have a Rising Rush available to me. So for me, there's no way I'm ever going to use this Rising Rush unless it's on Bardock. So I go for that. It's going to do massive damage to everybody in this team. It's going to kill Borgos there. Going to go into DKP. I hear him sidestep there, which is why I went for the main. I'm not going to need the main ability to get more Dragon Balls. There's no way I'm getting a second Rising Rush there. So all I did was use it to see what he was doing. I'm anticipating maybe going up to my face and tapping, which he's done before. He just goes for that instead. So go into Boo, use my green card. I think I go for taps here as well. I do. So this is a pretty bad situation for me. I got to match him with blasts here to stay, at long range here. Goes for that. I think he's going to go for an immediate attack, but he does not, which is good. So now Boo's getting beaten up, but Boo can survive this. He has to pretty much rush Boo for him to die to Bardock. There's no way Bardock can actually kill Boo. Even as last man standing, I believe he hasn't popped his main ability yet either. So I go out into Yellow Demon King Piccolo. Obviously, we don't need the yellow one at this point. He's pretty much served his purpose in this fight. He's not going to help much against this Bardock, so I just let him go at this point. Boo's going to be much more important moving forward here. So he takes out Yellow Demon King Piccolo. He goes for that. I think I go for a tackle. I do, and he falls for it. Well, actually, he couldn't really do anything else to that, honestly, because if he if he just ate it, I would have just comboed him anyway, and he had no cards in his hand because he just ended a Rising Rush. So he actually guesses my rush here, unfortunately, which is, you know, it sucks, but it's not really going to do anything. Goes for that, dodge. I go back up because, again, he likes tapping. I'm surprised that didn't catch him off guard. That was a really well played maneuver by him to not get hit by that. And he continues comboing my Boo. I gotta go for another tackle here, get him off guard, and I think at this point the purple Demon King Piccolo should be able to just come in and clean sweep him here, especially with the green card. We get the blue card as well, so yeah, this is 100% over. So Demon King Piccolo coming through at the end here. Guys, let me know down below what you guys think about this style of video. Once again, it is an experiment, but hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.